Alright everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading for the 1010 Portal 2022, which is probably the most powerful 1010 portal I've seen in a long time. I have to tell you, this one's unreal. This is, doesn't matter what your sign is, this is for anyone. If you found it, you're supposed to be here. And I'd pay attention. This may not look like an impressive card that opens our pre-shuffle, but it actually is. And these first two cards, well, we'll talk about it in a second, but they indicate in numerology the numbers that represent this particular today's 1010 portal, if you will, the 2022 version. What is it, the 1010 portal? Well, it's an activation energy. 1010 portal is always a healing energy, okay? So pair that with the energies that are around us, that are happening, that are really, really charging this one up. Pluto direct, right? The full moon, the caffeine moon, I called it. And Mercury moving into Libra on the same day, and you get yourself a pretty powerful mix of healing, of realization in a lot of ways. A lot of stuff coming up from the depths and all of that. It's an activation energy. Activation energy is a bit like software, right? You buy some software and you get an activation code and you have to activate it. Well, here you go. Here's the 1010 portal. It makes everything, it's go time. Basically, you know. That said, let's just get to it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is technically timeless because you're all on different timelines, but I will say the energy of the 1010 portal, most years, as coincidence would have it, lasts about 10 days. It's about 8 to 12 days, okay? On a year where it's a little light, it'll dissipate out about 6 days, 6 to 8 days. This particular one, you ain't going to see this on your New Age websites. They're going to say 10 days or whatever, but it's going to be here. If I pull a reading on Halloween, some of this energy is still going to be here, okay? It's going to last, I'm going to say 18 to 22 days. It's that strong. It's going to take it that long to dissipate, right? If it's stronger energy, it takes it a while to go away. You know? All right, let's see where we go. The energy really, in my mind's eye, is a bit like you cook something at home and you burn it, and your house fills with smoke. You can imagine the energy of that. If there's less smoke, it takes it less time to clear out. If there's more smoke, it'll take it a while. This one's a pretty smoky room. You can't even see through it. It's going to be an interesting reading. I got the Two of Swords that opens our reading. I'm going to talk about numerology here in play first, because I did the shuffle this way so that I'd know. Crossing the Two of Swords is a 6. So we're just going to talk about, before we talk about the cards, we're going to talk about the 2 and the 6. Okay? 2 is we're getting packed, we're ready to go, we're setting the intention, we're making sure we got everything, all of that. The 6 is forward moving energy. All right? It is in its purest form. This particular 1010 portal is activation energy in its purest form. Like activation energy like I've never seen. It's because, again, of what's going on around it. That said, let's take a look here at the pre-shuffle. I've got the Two of Swords crossed by the Six of Wands. This energy, it makes everything okay to do. It opens the gate, okay? No more crossroads. Everything that's come up, and to explain this, I have to show you what's bookending. The Hierophant is bookending the Two of Swords. Okay, so everything that's come up from the depths, all that spiritual change and all that, where it's been keeping them kind of stuck, the incoming energy, it's no longer. It's freeing them up. There is still free will in play. That's why it gave me Minor Arcana. There always is. But this energy is a real big push. It really is. And remember, in an equal and opposite reaction, this is affecting you as well. So anything I say about the incoming energy, try and ask yourself, you know, where have you been stuck? And where are you going to get free, right? I'm pulling on the incoming energy because that's what this reading is, but it affects you too. You're attached to it. This portal affects everybody. So after this ready, set, go, gate open, we get the Eight of Cups. And we've been seeing this, and what's interesting is the Eight of Cups is crossed by the King of Wands. It's somebody who's making a decision based on the spiritual Hierophant, spiritual things they've learned, to walk away from this behavior, to go toward what's going to make them happy, okay? And we've seen that in recent readings, but this is the energy that allows it to happen, that opens the gate, if you will. It's a game changer, Remember that. Game changer. That's what this energy is. It changes the plot of the story completely. So that King of Wands is walking away from their ego and that behavior because they realize it's making 8 broken cups, walking toward their 9 cups. This here is the Judgment card, and that's what the Hierophant is crossing. The Hierophant is crossing the Judgment card, which is, I mean, to have the Judgment card here is mind-blowing because we got the Judgment card in the pre-shuffle for the full moon reading, which is happening on the 9th, and the 10-10 portal actually activates on the 10th, give or take. You know, it's sort of the energy is here now, which is why I'm pulling on it. I'm flying right through the storm. But this is, again, it's a rebirth energy. It's a resurrection energy. It's stronger than that. It's someone, just forward movement, phoenix rising from the ashes, sure, we could say that, but it's more than that. It represents the universe energy itself, okay? God, source, the universe, whatever. And it's an Archangel Gabriel energy, and we've talked about that before. In biblical speak, Archangel Gabriel is the translator, right? Well, that's pretty much what's going on here. We got a major activation happening from somebody who's been stuck, and that's just the surface energy. All right, so this is going to be a very unique reading because I'm using a configuration of decks I don't normally use. I'm going to do the animal deck as the baseline and the Rider-Waite as the clarifier. It's just what my intuition said to do, so I'm like, okay, so we're going to have a pile of cards on the table, I'll tell you. Let's shuffle the deck and let's do this. All right, this is a very important 10-10 portal. Last year's was the party at the 10-10, right? And we talked about that year. This is way more than that. This is almost, I called it originally a block party, but it's not even a party this year. Because of the energies around it, it's cleanup. It's as though mom and dad called and said they were coming home, and the kids had time to get everybody out, and then they're scrambling to clean. All right, it's that kind of energy. It's pretty wild. Let's go. Let's see where we're at here. I'm all fueled up. You don't have to worry about it. I'm good to go. All right. Give me this first card out is before the cut. Give me the soulmate cycle with the effect of the 10-10 energy universe. Let's go. Let's go. That Two of Swords also makes sense because 10-10 portal. 10s are the end in tarot. 10s are the end and dead end that lead to new beginnings. It's time to cut the shit. It's game-changing energy that makes you cut the shit. So why are we here? We're cutting the shit. That's why. First card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Ace of Wands. And it's not that Ace of Wands that blows out in the wind, right? Trying to light a cigarette in a hurricane that sometimes comes up. It's, I got a piece of the deck stuck to my hand. It is a new beginning. It's someone with a fire in their belly about a new beginning. In other words, that Two of Swords, the Hierophant really pushes people past Two Swords. I mean, if you think about it, the Hierophant was bookending the Two of Swords. You got a person that's been stuck, right? This energy activates their inner Pope, because the Hierophant, it used to be called the Pope. Sometimes it's called the High Priest, right? If you go see, if you're confused and you go see a priest or the Pope, you get unconfused, right? That person's job, they're the guru, they're the spiritual leader, they're supposed to guide you. And that's what this energy does. It literally opens the gate on what the right direction is. That's why it's a game changer. That's why it changes the story, because our story so far has been somebody who's spinning in circles. They're spinning their wheels, right? Let's see. Let's cut the deck. After that Ace of Wands, whoa, wait, what comes after it? What comes after the Ace of Wands? Not surprising. What did I just get done saying? Rewind. Talk about spirituals and popes and shit like that. It's a hermit. Yeah. A fire in their belly. I said that for a reason. I don't know why I said that, but it's soul energy. You know, soul, we kind of look at the soul as being in that area, you know, sort of down there. It is. It's an activation energy. It's activating their inner hermit, their old soul. And that's why there's a fire in their belly to make some changes. Everything makes sense because of that guru Hierophant and the pre-shuffle. And what's making sense? We have to look at the surrounding energies. Just like with a tarot reading, if I throw a card, I have to look at the surrounding energies to help interpret what that energy is. Well, we have to look at the surrounding energies around the 10-10 portal to figure it out. Pluto going direct, bringing up a bunch of stuff from the depths, the full moon, the caffeine moon, making them really see it, making them really want to make some change, right? And then Mercury in Libra, well, Jesus. I mean, that's just, it's just an urge to, Libra wants to settle things. You know, we're going to pull on Mercury in Libra, but Libra wants to settle things. It wants to, and that's right on top of the 10-10 energy. It wants to talk about it so we can make everything okay, fair and balanced. And Venus is there with Mercury in Libra, which is making 10 swords with you. Just not acceptable. Making their life, what is 10 swords in their life, not acceptable anymore. So we've got a lot going on here. There's a ton of energy, a dump truck full of energy here. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me a reading here, universe. Give me the soulmate cycle with the effect of 10-10 energies. Let's go. All right. I know most people, when they pull a 10-10 reading, they talk about the unicorns and the fairies and stuff. We're not going to do that. You know, we're going to talk about real things. We're going to talk about energy. I want to talk about it in a big way here, because I'm going to give you as many analogies as I can, because this energy affects you as well. And I'm concerned that some of you might not take advantage of it, right? And I don't want that. Pay attention to what I said in the Pluto direct reading and the full moon reading. Everything I've said leading up to this. Make sure you take advantage of this energy. It's a perfect storm for making some changes for both of you, for you and your runner, all right? And everyone for that matter. Whether they're in the soulmate cycle or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, I got my shuffle. Yep, here it is. Overall energy of the reading, not surprising, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. I think this is take two. I think this is an energy of this cup spilling over. Let's see what's activating it. The sun. I didn't know that was there. I couldn't tell what card it was. I just saw that little thing. It's the sun. It is. This is someone who's going to realize, who's after the cups, after their 9 of Cups, realizing their bad behavior. The crossroads is done because the Hierophant, the Pope, had a little chat with them, if you will. Right? We'll phrase it that way. We'll homespin it so everybody understands. The Pope had a chat with them. And now they're past that crossroads. And we've got someone here who, well, realizes that this is what's going to make them happy. And that King of Wands behavior, that Burger King, hasn't been. It's just been leaving a trail of 8 broken cups, as the pre-shuffle showed us. We don't forget the pre-shuffle. It's surface energy, but it applies. We got to look at the surface to help us translate what's going on underneath. It's the sun. It's communication. It is the sun crossing the Ace of Cups is an Ace of Cups that's given. An Ace of Cups that's communicated. It's an aha moment for somebody at the very least. It's our overall energy. These two energies are our overall energy of everything going to fall on the table. Let's go. Readings on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. In this energy, right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden message from the universe. I'll tell you what she says. It's red with the energy of the connection. It's separate from the reading. Keep that in mind. It's just a conversation. Right here is the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. And we know free will is in play because we opened this reading with Minor Arcana, 2 of Swords, crossed by 6 of Swords. And so definitely free will is in play. But with this as our overall energy, Jesus Christ. Listen, this energy applies to you too. Okay? So, again, don't let this pass you by. It's very rare the energies are like this, very conducive for change, making things very much easier than they normally would be. All right, I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses, and I know they're sweet, but you bet them, of course, there's going to be a link for it extended down there in the description, because we have to. This is going to get wild. This is unreal. Okay, what's the energy around the connection? Yep, here we go, off and running. I didn't even know. I'm not looking. I like to be surprised just like you guys do. Ace of Swords. Yeah. The moment. It's time. It's go time. It's moment of truth. It's Archangel Michael's sword of truth. It's the new beginning. It's the 10 of Swords. I don't talk about, I wish people would remember this. Nothing that I say in these videos, even if it's a dirty joke about titties, it doesn't matter. It's how I read energy. Okay? Everything I say matters, and I talked just a little bit ago about Mercury joining Venus around this in Libra, around this 10-10 portal, and I said that Venus, of course, we learned from the Venus in Libra reading, is making that 10 swords with you unacceptable. This is where that 10 swords goes. This is communication when it falls here. The energy of the connection right now is the universe saying, yep, there's a conversation coming. Somebody's cutting through the bullshit. All right, and it's I can't wait to see when we clarify it. That's just unreal. But it's truth. All right, it's a reconciliation energy on one hand, but on the flip of that is just the word truth. It really is. Okay. Wow, that's okay. I thought it was going to be death, but I'll take this over that, actually. I'm sick of seeing that death card with that change energy. How are they behaving in the 3D? Seven of Cups. Yeah. Somebody is cutting through the bullshit. Everything's connected. But this is how they're behaving in the 3D, the Seven of Cups. Normally, I'd say confusion, right? It's confusion. They've got a lot of options. They're looking at options to come towards you, or looking at options to get out of what they're in, or they're looking at it, looking. No. It's an Ace of Swords energy opening our reading here in the energy of your connection. There is only one. This card says there is only one choice, and they know what it is. Okay? And that makes sense with our overall energy, doesn't it? Ace of Cups crossed by the sun means one thing. You're about to find out how someone feels about you, or someone's figuring out how they feel and wanting to do something about it. Nobody doesn't, the sun implies they've been living in clouds, right? The sun is coming out. All right. Bookending the Ace of Swords in the soul position. Here's your person in the middle. Only one decision. Knowing what to do. Here's the soul position. Page. That's not surprising. There's a rainbow right there. It's the rainbow that represents kind of the Nine of Cups, maybe Ten of Pentacles kind of a thing, because it's a pentacle card. It can mean that. It's someone going toward their happiness. The page here, these runners, it's the universe it's given us the God, how do I phrase this? It's given us the influence of free will here. Okay? Because in the soul position, whenever I get a page, I know that somebody either feels bad about what happened or feels small because of what happened, because of what the energy around them is showing them. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got communication here in the soul position, but I've got someone who is just figuring all this out. In other words, it's all new to them. It feels new. It's got the new soul smell to it, like the new car smell, right? It's like that. Also, this here, someone's definitely wanting to speak their truth. And they're a little nervous about it. I don't normally like Pentacles in the soul, but I don't mind this card here when it's feedbacking off of the Ace of Swords. Let's see what the universe has to say. It's going to be very interesting reading to clarify with the Rider-Waite. That's going to get weird. Okay, what does the universe want to tell us about this Ace of Swords? Yeah, it's all you. There's only one clear choice, and it's go toward Cups. This Two of Cups backs up the sun crossing the Ace of Cups here in a big way. This page, I'm going to need to clarify. I think it's just that, again, this is all new to them. It's an awakening in the soul. It's a card of the student, right? It's someone. This is new territory for this person. But the gate is open. This is activation energy. That makes sense. This Two Cups right here is read with this is as close to a guarantee as the universe can give you that somebody's going to make some changes on their side. They have to. There's only one clear choice, and they know what it is. All right? What's the potential final outcome here? Red with the Seven of Cups. Yep, there it is. It's that energy again. I said it might come up. I did. Watch an earlier reading. I said, I don't remember what reading I said it was. Friday reading, weekend reading, I don't know. I said something to the effect of, whatever fear they have, because this little page is afraid, doesn't matter. The universe this is the one time with all the energies around the 1010 portal and the 1010 portal, which is going to be with us for every reading I do from here to the end of the month, probably bleeding a little bit into November. Okay? Whatever it is, any fear they have about making changes, about whatever, the usual shit that holds them back will not matter. This lion is holding one of the roses from the Two of Cups in this deck, and there's the Two of Cups leading into it. All right? Leading right into it. There's no way, I've said this before about this lion recently, there's no way for me to get that rose out of that lion's mouth. It's fixed on one choice. Normally it gets confused, it gets fearful, it gets whatever. It is fixed on one choice, and that is going toward happiness, that is going toward balance, that is going toward the soulmate connection. It could be that. This is communication when it falls here. Normally, this is communication on crack today. All right, and that's important. That's very important energy. This is, wow, to end with major arcana here, and this is almost major arcana. Now we're going to clarify with the Rider-Waite, which randomly at the bottom when I pick it up has a magician on it. That's a card of action. It's a card of change. It's an alchemy energy kind of coming off of it, lead into gold, and it's been lead for a long time. We've been in Two of Swords for a long time, but we're getting victory over that because of the Hierophant, because of what this energy is activating. It's just like software, like I said. Once you activate it, you could start using it. Well, it's getting activated, and it looks like they're starting to use it. All right? Soulmate software it hasn't been activated in your person. They don't let you use it, really, until you activate it. Okay? So, Ace of Swords. Let's clarify. Why is it here? I can't recall. It's got to be only one other time I have used two large decks in a reading. And clarifying with the Rider-Waite. Clarifying the animal deck with the Rider-Waite is a bit like, I don't know, taking a science nerd to a biker bar. You know, kind of something along those lines. And having that person try and fit in. So I'm not sure how these two are going to get along. The Rider-Waite kind of shoots right down the middle, and this is very deep kind of a thing. But this is what my intuition said to do, and I think I'll find out why. All right, why is the Ace of Swords here? Apparently, even though they're bookending, this is the linchpin. Every reading has a linchpin. It has a key, right? Here's your product key to activate, because I have a Page of Pentacles crossing this here, and these are bookends anyway. The affecting energy around all of this is the soul. This tells me the soul is awake. It's someone who gets it, someone who's tired of thinking about it, but it's new to them. It does back up that energy, but there's more to that. What's on top here? Page of Cups. Pages as far as the eye can see. Oh, I get it. I do, but I want to see why the Page of Cups is here. There's the Knight. There's the escalation again. Didn't we see that from another reading? I believe, and I know that the base card wasn't the same, but I believe that we saw in another reading, and I pointed it out to you, it was from another deck, from the Witches, I think, the Page of Cups going to the Knight of Cups in the energy of the connection. Whatever reading that was, I think it was either the Pluto Direct or the Full Moon reading. Whatever reading that was, this reading is backing that up. It's saying that it's tied to the outcome a little bit. Whatever fear they have, whatever nervousness they have, it's not going to stop them under this energy. This person will be making some changes. Now, nobody can say what a person's going to do. Free will is in play. I can't say this Knight is coming toward you. That would be irresponsible. I'd get a ton of views, like a lot of people do who would say that, but it's irresponsible because you have to understand how energy works. All this is saying is this person is making some changes. There is one choice here, and even if they're scared, even if it feels new to them, they're still going to do it, and that's all that's saying. It doesn't mean that they're escalating from a page to a Knight and all of a sudden, becoming more than what they've been. No, it's just activation energy. It's saying that they're going to do it. This Knight gets things done. This page can be it's a child, If you give something to this, it might not get there. They may run into some of their friends at Hot Dog on a Stick and want to hang out for a little while before, and then it's getting late, right? Like that old Brady Bunch episode where the father gave the son, Greg, the blueprints, and he never got there with them. He lost them and all that. That's a page. This gets things done. The Knight of Cups will get there. All right? So, okay. This bodes well if you're waiting to hear from this person. You are their focus. You at least, this connection at the very least is the template that they're going to use for anything in the future. But for most of you, there's a good chance that you're their primary focus on all this. All right. Seven of Cups. But you definitely are the template. This connection really changed this person. That Hierophant told me that. That's part of the reason they've been stuck, though. It's scary. These connections are powerful, and they're very scary. They're very frightening to these people. Let's talk about the Seven of Cups. Now, we know that this is not someone, because especially it got my read on the Seven of Cups with the energy of the Ace of Swords about there's only one choice here, and they know what it is, and it's two cups got backed up by the Strength card, which is red with the Seven of Cups. I take a chance doing that I'm going to be wrong, and I'm going to throw something here that's going to make what I said over here null and void, but not today. That's someone making a choice. It's confusion, and it doesn't even matter if they're confused or scared. It's an energy. It's an empowering energy. Well, it's a healing energy. 10-10 portal always is, and healing energy heals everything, right? It heals. It's not just about healing a cut, with a Band-Aid or something like that. Healing energy heals. It heals fear. It heals anything negative. It's a cure-all, if you will. All right. Why is the Seven of Cups here? I'm just stalling while I'm shuffling. All right. If you're going to give me the Rider-Waite, universe, I see why now. I think I get it. Message from the universe was two cups, red with this. You want to talk about symmetry in a reading. Symmetry. I mean, it's just unreal. It's two cups crossing that. That's fucking mind-blowing. Two cups to this, to this, to this. It all just goes in a big circle. Left alone in the energy is this page in their soul. So this is, I'm going to separate this out. Normally this is a separate message from the reading, but it isn't this time. This time it's the soul. There's something going on within this person in the soul energy during this 10-10 portal that's making this energy, I'm going to put it way off to the side and cockeyed. It's separate. So I want you to see the energy. All right, two cups. Yeah, there's only one fucking option. It's the two cups, two cups. What's on top here? What is it? Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Everything, game changer. What did I tell you? Rewind. I said at the beginning of this video, remember, game changer. Game changer. Right here, this 10-10 portal, which is what we're pulling on, although all the other energies are coming in too, that are around it, is a game changer. That's all I'm going to say about that. It is not spinning round and round. No, it stopped. And it stopped in Wheel of Fortune game show speak on the $5,000 slot. The little silver shiny one. All right, right here. It's not a bankrupt, that's for damn sure. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Because, again, saying the same thing the pre-shuffle said, there's two pentacles. All right, why is the wheel here? Why is the wheel suddenly stopped? Why is everything changing? Why is there a game changer? Because somebody's making a decision. Somebody's figured out that they can't keep going the way they've been going. All right, and it's clear. Whatever fear they have, the energy of the Strength card is backed up by this page tonight escalation. The second time we've seen it from another deck. Okay, which is meaningful. I mentioned that because it's meaningful. Skeptics could say, well, if it's from the same deck, they could say, well, you didn't shuffle right and they stayed together. Even if that happened, I would argue that everything happens for a reason. It's supposed to happen, right? It is what it is. You don't even need to shuffle. Sometimes offline, I just pull readings. I do cut readings. I just keep cutting the cards and just pull the readings and ask the universe for things. Just as accurate. Don't matter. But from another deck here, we've got an energy of whatever fear they have, it doesn't matter. All right? Whatever's making them nervous, it doesn't matter. A decision's being made. They can't keep going. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This Page of Pentacles. It's separate from the whole fucking reading. Imagine none of these are on the table. And this is here. Now, it was crossing here for a point. It was pointing this out to me. And I said that when I threw that card. But we're going to pull on the soul energy right now, and I suspect this is why, as soon as I saw the Two of Cups crossing here, which matched this, I knew why the universe wanted me to grab the Rider-Waite for the clarifiers, because I knew that this was separate. So let's take a look. Separate from the whole, these aren't here. Completely gone, invisible. Just this card. Why is the Page of Pentacles in the soul? What do you want to tell me about this, universe? What do you want to tell me? What? Yeah. It's crossed by the moon. And something, well, look, you see that? Did you see how it slid? Okay? And I pushed it back, but I shouldn't have. Because it wants to reveal the Four of Cups too. Fear. Fear. The moon, fear. So the moon has a lot of meanings. Okay? You know, we talk about the moon leaves things in shadows, right? And we're scared of that. It's scary. On a moonlit night, we always represent Halloween with forests lit by moonlight, right? And things like that. Yeah, it's scary. There's something here that's scaring this person. And I know what it is because the universe slipped this card and showed us the four of cups here. Four of Cups is disappointment. What's wrong with this person? The reason they're nervous to communicate, which isn't enough to stop them. The reason they're nervous to make changes in their life, which isn't enough to stop them. Again, the nerves don't matter. Is because when you can see things in the light of day, you become very surprised at your past behavior, right? Especially if that past behavior was bad. This person can't believe how much they've been letting themselves down. This energy is activating all of the lessons that the guru, the Hierophant, this connection had to show them. It's activating all of it. So now they can finally use the Soulmate software. It's been activated. They punched in the little number that the 1010 portal gave them, put their email address in, and said hit register. And now all of a sudden this person is using the Soulmate software. And they're blown away at how they got it wrong, right? Imagine yourself, let's take a 3D example. You've all your life been doing math on paper, right? And you add things up and you did all this fancy math and stuff like that. And then a friend brings over a calculator and you get to use it. He says, well, just go ahead and check it, you know, and then you type everything in the calculator and it comes up with a different answer than what you got doing it on paper. It calls into question, because you've always done it on paper, it calls into question everything this person's ever done. Every piece of math you've ever done is called into question. You were sure you had it right, and you've been doing it by hand for years. Did you always have it wrong? Is everything wrong? That's the kind of shit, and it's scaring the crap out of this person. It's opening their eyes. It's really making them see some things. Again, equal and opposite reaction for you. Okay, take a look at the things that come up under this energy. All right, maybe you had it wrong for a while. You have to admit that. You have to acknowledge something before you can change it. This person, I see the acknowledgement here. I get it, but it's generating a huge amount of disappointment. Okay, just like that math person would be. I've been doing it by hand my whole life. You brought over this gadget and it gives me a different answer than what I've got. Have I always had it wrong? Yeah, you did. You always had it wrong. And that's the answer to your person. I know they're not listening to me, but that's the answer. What's on top? Five of Pentacles. You want more proof? There it is. Just look at the fucking picture. They've been leaving themselves out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. Leaving themselves out in the cold. It's nice and warm in the church. In fact, the church is where the Hierophant lives. It's where he is. He's inside there. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Because the soul is awake. Come on. If I'm your second favorite energy reader, you saw what I just did. And you know I ain't looking at this shit. It's right there. Everything I just told you. The soul is awake. Why? Because the soul woke up. They realize they've been leaving themselves out in the cold. They've been fucking up. Shouldn't have been doing math on paper all these years. Why didn't I get one of these calculators? The software for the Soulmate. The Soulmate 2.0 Build 3 is now activated within this person. And it causes some major revelations. Let's take a look more at the affecting energy. The moon and the Four of Cups we already talked about. And there's that fucking chariot that we can't get rid of. There it is. It's a fucking Four of Cups sandwich with the chariot and the moon. Everything. I think we've had a chariot in this number 3 position before. I know it probably came up in the Pluto or the full moon reading. I fucking know it. At the end of the day, all of this that's coming up is making this person go buy a calculator and do things differently. Just like our math example person would. Alright? Taking it from the math example, well, if I've had it wrong all these years and I suck at doing it on paper and I'm leaving myself, I'm getting everything wrong, I need to buy one of these calculators. Well, this person here, in effect, metaphorically speaking, is doing that. This Chariot, it's all causing forward movement. It's all causing them to make changes. It's a balanced emperor that drives the Chariot, and they're getting balanced. I see it here with the Hermit. The Hermit in the soul is exactly where you want it. Okay? It's awake. And what do we call the full moon that's on top of this 1010 portal? Wakey wakey? Right. And you pair that with Mercury moving into Libra, joining Venus right on top of this 1010 portal. That wants to communicate to fix things. Right? In our math example speak, that's the person getting in the damn Chariot, going to Best Buy, and getting themselves a fancy calculator. No more by hand. They're doing it right. You know, these realizations are tough for this person. That's why the page is here. It's tough. It's a card of the student. They're learning. It's showing them. All the lessons the guru, the pope, the hierophant had to teach, this connection showed them, are right there. And clear as day with that lamp there. Now, let's talk about the universe's message to us, the Two of Cups. Two soulmates coming together, backed up by the Strength card. Now, again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. Although you all do have sweet asses, I'd be happy to try. But aside from that, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass here and tell you this guarantees someone's coming towards you. It sure looks like it, right? But the only thing I can give you, and almost as close to a guarantee as I can give you, is that this energy is going to cause this person to make some changes. Okay? It's change time. They're not, it is, I have never seen this energy this awake. All right? And you're already there. The DFs are already past this point. So this energy is really just making you recheck your work and make sure that, you know, you got everything right. See if there's anything else under the carpet that you didn't look at. All right? But for your person, it's wakey wakey, and it's activated, it's rolling, it's on. The soul is awake. Realize where they went wrong. There's the disappointment. I've got it here. I'm hoping. This is anger a little bit. This is communication here. The Lion's holding one of the roses. Let's see why the Two of Cups is here. Let's talk to the universe. At the very least, they're going to make some changes, which is fine. You played a role in that. You get good karma back, as the kids like to say. You get good energy back for that. That's why the DFs keep coming up the way they're coming up every time I pull a reading on you. And in the extended, I'll pull on you in there as well as them and see how this 1010 portal is affecting you as well. We'll take care of that. You know I will. But for now, let's talk to the universe about Two Cups. Yeah, it's the High Priestess. This is interesting. This is just this really is kind of separate from the reading still, too. It's a message for you, in a way. This person's always, I know a lot of you don't think that, and it might make you feel better. I'm going to give you, this is for you, some truth, all right? Because it's red with the Ace of Swords. Archangel Michael's going to give you some truth. Since I'm drenched in that frequency of energy, I guess he kind of is, all right? In a way, anyway. This person's always wanted to come together with you, even from the second they met you. You're very important to this person. You always have been. Even if they're pissed at you, even if they tell you they don't want to be with you, whatever it is, you're always there. And they push it back and they push it back, but they can't anymore. But the universe wants to say you've always been there. This person's just held their cards close to the vest. That's all. So if you're wondering if you're crazy, or if you maybe this is, whatever, or this person's gone, I just watch Steve because he's entertaining. You can watch me because I'm entertaining until you're blue in the face. It doesn't change the fact you got a soul connection with somebody who finds you. You're the reason that they're changing their life under all of this energy. You're what's activating here. You're the reason this hermit is activating. Maybe I'm the reason, or people like me are the reason it's activating in you, but you're the reason it's activating in them. And if you don't think that's important, you need to put some gratitude energy out there, because that's where you get your best good karma, is helping other people. All right? I know everybody likes that word karma, so I use it. That's where you get your best good karma, from helping other people. It is powerful and it is fast. All right? So what John Lennon would call instant karma. It really is. Page of Wands. Yeah? Always curious about you. This is just about the same topic. They were always, it's my curious page. I tell you that all the time. I tell you all the time that this person has always been curious about you. And I still get people say, I don't know what you mean by that, curious. They're very, whatever. Curious just means you're in you're in their heart, you're in their soul. There's something about you, you're different from what they're used to. So there's something about you that this person wants to know more about. But again, I got a page here. They're always a little bit, they feel small next to you on some level because of some aspect of you. And don't come at me with, well, I work in a grocery store and they're a big executive. I don't know how they feel small next to me. None of that shit matters. That is pentacles. There's some aspect to you, probably a soul aspect. Okay, something that they pick up on, your emotional aspects, the way you can be open, the way you can be vulnerable. Something about that is very different from what they're used to, and they want it. But they never tell you. They kept their cards close to the vest. What else? Why is the page here? Another page. Page of Pentacles again, tying us over here to the soul energy and wrapping up our little message from the universe with the universe saying, and now they know it. Now it's all on the surface, and now they might tell you. Okay? They might. But also what the universe is saying here, energy is always in layers. This is my biggest card of spying. A lot of you are unaware. Hey, it's Archangel Michael talking, not me. So don't shoot the messenger. A lot of you are unaware how much this person either thinks about you, dreams about you, watches you on social media. They may have a fake account, right? Some kind of bullshit account. Dickie Stain, I don't know, something like that. If you see some weird name in your followers, it's probably them. But why do I say that? Well, I don't say anything that's not in the energy. If they do, and this only applies to a few of you, but everybody matters, so why shouldn't I say it? Even if it's just 3 people. The name that they picked for their fake name is going to mean something to you. Sort of like the way we pick passwords, right? Sometimes people pick passwords rather foolishly that means something to them. So, it's why you get hacked, But anyway, if you're into sewing, you don't want your bank password to be seamstress1. Okay, that's just a bad idea. That's the first thing the hacker is going to go for. But anyway, my point is, if it's a username or a screen name that would mean something to you. Maybe they had a stain on their dick the first time you saw them. You see Dickie Stain in there. You're like, oh my God, that's them. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Whatever it is my biggest card of spying. They watch you a lot, and they sate that curiosity. They get it fed a little bit by either dreaming about you, thinking about you, contemplating about you, or spying on you. Now, final outcome. That's it. The universe is done yapping. But I think there's a few people out there that wanted to know that stuff, and I'm telling you. That's right, Steve. I'm telling you. That's a fact. That's the message from the universe with the High Priestess crossing there. All right. They know it's a soulmate connection. And they're awake now. This points us back to the soul. They're well aware that they missed out on something with you. And they may have still missed out on it. They may move on to something else. But what they move on to is going to be based on how they felt about how this connection made them feel. Because they're actually in their feels with it. Now, for some of you, they will come towards you. I have in my final outcome a strength card. Whatever fear they have for talking to you, and I see it here with these pages leading in, doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, I think I said in one of the weekend readings. Okay, tell me about the strength card. Let's go. Final outcome. What is it? What is it? Okay. Okay, this is interesting. This ties us back to the soul position because it's one of the cards in the base energy, or the affecting energy, I should say. The 4 of Cups, crossing that. Someone who did that. It's a very clear energy. What did I just say? Rewind. This does not mean you're going to be disappointed. Who said that? It means I'm going to be disappointed. Knock it the fuck off. This is affecting energy. It's the environmental energy. It's got nothing to do with you. It's the energy around your person, around this strength card, the air they're breathing. This is how they're behaving in that air. Strength, fortitude. They're behaving in this air. What this card is saying is whatever fear they have toward coming towards you, what I already said, doesn't matter. All right, they're not sure whether you're going to take the cup, a cup they once rejected. They want another crack at it. They're not sure whether you're going to take it. Whenever I'm drawn to this little cloud hanging, and I'm always drawn to that show Superstore when I see this Mr. Cloud. They had their little theme guy. Anyway, they're drawn to this cloud here. They're not sure whether you're going to take it or not, but that doesn't matter. Okay, they hope you'll consider it. All right, they're bringing it to you on a cloud. The energy around it is someone wants the cup that they didn't want before. Why? Because they probably see its value now, and their soulmate, Two of Cups, soulmate software is activated. They can finally use it. You know, all the features are activated. What's on top? See? Calm down. Oh, I'm going to be disappointed. Fucking goddamn. Let me do the reading. I'll drive. Okay? 8 of Wands. Red with the Wheel of Fortune on top of Strength, backing up every fucking word that's come out of my mouth. It's blue. Check this out. You want to see something cool? Check this out. It's blue, right? Wheel of Fortune got some blue in the background. It's red with that, but it's also this card of communication. This is the same blue. And this is the same blue. These are all 3 cards of communication. They're all right there. And this is representing forward movement. This is blue too for the smart asses out there. Yeah, but so is the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, but that's red with the Wheel of Fortune. This is also a lighter shade of blue. It's not the same energy. If it's a lighter shade, it's not the same energy. All right, similar, but not the same exactly. These are the same fucking energy here. Pretty much. In fact, this one's a little darker, which means it indicates the speed. It's coming faster. It's about speaking, throat chakra type energy. You know, right here, and that's what this is coming off of this. Why is the 8 of Wands here? Because whatever fear they have no longer matters. 9s are the end in tarot. This is the 9 of Swords. Why are they communicating? We would not want these in the opposite direction. Why is the 9 of Swords here? 8 of Wands. They're afraid to communicate. They're anxious about it. It's going to be a horrible conversation. Why is the 8 of Wands here? The 9 of Swords is a different fucking story, isn't it? And because the 9s are the end in tarot, because whatever fear they feel, again, backing up my energy read 100%, whatever fear they feel is, whatever anxiety they suffer from is not enough to stop them. It is irrelevant now. It's all sitting on top of a Strength card. And they're not sure whether you'll take the cup. The ones that come towards you are not sure whether you'll take it, but they're going to do it anyway. The ones that don't come towards you are just to have themselves convinced that you're not going to take it. Okay? Either way, you can fix that. I just got done telling you they're watching you, right? You don't have to be obvious about it, but you can, under this 1010 portal, I would strongly advise you put some social media out that indicates that maybe you're open to a conversation with someone. Oh, you know, whatever it is, you don't have to be obvious. Try to be slick about it. But, you know, that'll alleviate a lot of that problem on the back end of this energy of someone afraid you're not going to take it, which might cause them to not come in. For some of them, even though the fear is irrelevant, they might just think too much time has passed. Why should I bother? That's not someone that's afraid. That's just someone being practical. And that is a problem with these runners. They're all very pentacle-based, practical type, you know, kind of things. At least in their own guerrilla math sort of way. All right? So, let's pull... Where are we here? Let's pull 3 cards and we'll go pull some Wicked Voodoo. What I don't have anywhere, which I was sure I wouldn't, before I started this reading, I was sure I wouldn't have it, is a devil. I don't have it. It's nowhere. There's no devil energy on this table. In fact, this is technically angel energy. It's the soul. I don't have it. The only closest thing we came to a devil was the King of Wands and the pre-shuffle. But that was them walking away from that, right? That was with an 8 of Cups. 8 broken cups, walking away toward their 9 cups. That being said, this is very interesting energy. It really is activating their soulmate software. It really is a point where someone realizes they've been leaving themselves out in the cold. And it makes them, and again, with the page here, they're really learning all of this because the soul is awake. And when the soul is awake, it craves soul connections. Because the hermit always wants to grow. And the hermit, their soul, knows the value of their connection with you. So again, that's why I say most of them will probably come towards you because the anxiety doesn't matter anymore. and they're not sure whether you'll take the cup or not, but they're still going to do it anyway. But it's because it's from a point of an open soul. It's from a point of realizing the value. Whether they come towards you or not, if they don't, they're still going to look for this type of connection, and that is because of you. That's because you help the universe balance energy, and that is rewarded. So on one side, whether they come towards you or not, you got a soulmate coming towards you, because the universe always fills voids. And if this soulmate decides to move in another direction, because you've evolved as the DF into the Empress, you will get another soulmate. The universe will fill it with something that is on your level. Like energy attracts like energy. So you will get another soulmate. Another one will come in. And it'll be more on your level, especially if you leave that void empty and don't fill it with a bunch of fears and anxieties. Doesn't get anybody anywhere. Use your runners as a cautionary tale. All this has been getting them is stuck. All this has been getting them is stuck. Round and round and round. Now they're moving forward. The wheel has turned. Things have changed. There's one obvious decision. There's a lot of Archangel Michael energy here. With the Ace of Swords in the first position, there's a lot of Archangel Michael angel energy here. It's very powerful. It's very strong. A lot of communication, a lot of reconciliation, a lot of truth. Let's see. Let's pull 3 cards. What else you want to tell everyone before I go pull some wicked voodoo on the 1010 portal? And I'm going to do I'm going to do my usual kind of pyramid type reading where I talk about how they see you and feel about you and all that. But I would really want to dig into your connection with this person and individually how this energy is affecting the lives of each of you. The DF side and the DM side. Almost like a little mini twin flame journey kind of a thing. But I'm going to do it separately. I'm not really going to do a you versus them. Anyway, if you want the extended, the link will be in the description. I definitely, this is some wicked energy. This is cool to pull on. I like it. All right, give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell everybody before we go? 3 cards from the bottom. You ready? Here we go. 6 swords. The reason we're here, the Ace of Wands. Remember, that was before the cut. And the 5 of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands is crossed by the Queen of Swords. Again, it's an energy here of activation. You see it, activate, right? Remember the Wonder Twins from the Super Friends, right? Wonder Twin powers, activate. And they would put their hands together and you get something that looked like that on the screen. Magic coming out. One guy would take the form of some kind of water, which I always thought was useless. And the other one could become an eagle or an ape or something. Now that was cool, right? The water one, I don't know. I would feel very disappointed if I were him. You know, I just would. I always did. I was like, well, I was really bummed. Shape of ice. Oh, great. Terrific. Anyway, somebody here is taking the form of something and moving forward beyond disappointment. This 5 of Pentacles ties us to this 5 of Pentacles. This 6 of Swords is from the pre-shuffle. This is the reason we're here from before the cut. This Queen of Swords activates the whole thing. The Queen of Swords, queens, kings and queens are the order givers, right? This is your activation energy. The universe is saying this is basically the 1010 portal laid out right here. All right, somebody who's been leaving themselves out in the cold is moving away from that. Anything that makes them sad, they're moving away from. This applies to you or them. Now, Wonder Twin power is activated or not, I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on this energy. See what's going on. I'm going to study your connection a little bit to this person as well. Mostly because they got the Hermit here. All right, if you want the extended, the link's in the description. If you like this reading and if you want to like, share, and subscribe, I appreciate it. I hope this reading was helpful. This is a very powerful energy. I encourage you not to let it go to waste. Any of the energy that's happening this entire month of October. It's gold and it's very rare. It's very rare. All right. Good luck.